Ladies and gentlemen, the show we've all been waiting for. Paranormal Buzz Radio is proud to present REP Paranormal and Friends with your hosts, Kim Purvis and Alison Robinson. Live every Thursday night on Spreaker, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 Central, 5 Pacific. Be sure to check out their Facebook page, REP Paranormal Busters.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast by the host or the guest do not necessarily reflect the views of Paranormal Buzz Radio or its sponsors. Use of any material produced by Paranormal Buzz Radio without express written consent is strictly prohibited. For information on everything Paranormal Buzz Radio has to offer, visit our website, paranormalbuzzradio.com. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Listener discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, welcome to another night of REP Paranormal and Friends. So, tonight, we're going to be talking about our trip to Missouri State Penn. But before we get started with talking about our little investigation, I'm just going to kind of tell you a little bit about the place. I don't have everything down, but I picked out some things that were kind of interesting. So, Missouri State Penn opened in 1836.
Check your audio.
What the fuck? Again? I already checked it before. Everything is set at the same thing, so I'm not sure what's going on.
I have no clue. Everything's plugged in.
Everything's plugged in. Everything is the same. I checked it. Unless Shay can send us a picture of our... I checked Skype, we're not on Skype. But if somebody could send us the Spreaker studio just to make sure, I'm pretty sure nothing has changed, but who knows?
Odd.
It's typical for us.
Let me try something. See if they can hear us.
Okay, can you hear us now? I guess they just really don't want us to do a podcast or something. I'm not sure what's going on. Shay, can you send us a picture of what it's supposed to be set up as for our Spreaker again? Okay, thanks. I'm pretty sure nothing has changed, but this is typical. We have a couple of good days, and then it goes to shit. And I want it fixed before next week's show, so that's going to be a very interactive show, so I'll wait just a second, just to make sure. I don't know. I don't freaking know anymore. They're still saying it's staticky.
Well, we unhooked the mic completely, so...
Yep.
You're running from the computer mic now.
Yep.
So. Sounds like a bad cord. This happens when Roland's mic cord was that. We don't even have the mic plugged in right now.
Yeah, the mic's not even plugged in, so...
You're listening to us through the computer mic now.
Yeah.
And it's still staticky.
By the way, hi Cynthia, I love you.
Hey, do that.
I know, I give up. This is for the bird. It's the devil's butthole. Oh my gosh, Darren. It is weird. I don't know what's going on, but,
because when we're done with the show, I shut the computer down. I don't even turn it off. I just shut the door, and it sits there all week long till the next show. We don't touch nothing.
Yeah, maybe it is the program. The program doesn't like us. That's for damn sure.
If there wasn't static or robots or anything, it wouldn't be us.
Yeah, I know. Static robots, you know, you feel like you're tripping on acid.
That's us.
That's us.
That's normal.
That's normal. But anyways. Oh.
Okay, just a minute.
Okay. Microphone. We're going to do some little tech here before I get started into stuff, right? Okay, doohickey connected to the whatchamacallit. Good grief. This is why I need to, like, be tech savvy. I need somebody to help me with this stuff. Like, I don't even... Microphone up here, maybe? Whatever, MME. I don't even have that.
Here.
Yeah, but it has, like, a DF something in front of it.
Keep going.
Because theirs disabled. Yours? See, ours has different... What the fuck? Ours is, like, different...
See, ours is that's what we're using right there.
I understand, but that's not what we're supposed to be.
I know.
We don't have the option that you're showing us on. Oh, for the love of...
Did you know? You got to love computers.
Okay, so that's the microphone, and then what goes under stereo? Like, I mean, we don't have that high def option on our program, so there's something lacking from our program. Maybe it's not updating correctly. Working? Okay, sweet. I'm just gonna stop fucking babbling and I'm just gonna roll with it.
We're not touching nothing else.
I didn't touch nothing. I just actually just clicked on disabled and I clicked back on the regular thing and it's working. Okay, so let's just roll with it.
We're not touching it.
We're not touching it. Okay, we're not touching anything. I'm not putting my phone up there. Okay.
We're not touching the computer at all.
Okay, back to what I was talking about. Missouri State Penn opened 1836. I'll take a pic. I'm doing it right now. Opened in 1836, and inmates were housed there for over 168 years. It didn't close down to 2004. It's like one of the longest lasting places to hold inmates. And there was 40 men and women. Sorry, I was taking the picture. Before I forget, there was 40 men and women that were actually executed with the gas chamber. There, okay? And this prison was known for the riot, that huge-ass riot that happened in, like, 1954. And there was, like, several hundred convicts that were running loose, and over 2,500 rioters who had entered the prison after these inmates had gotten loose. And they were setting fire, they were throwing bricks through the windows, and one of the inmates that was in solitary confinement was actually tortured and murdered by other inmates. Yeah, just because he was stuck there, they just decided to let's just beat the shit out of him, kill him. Don't know why, but they did. Yep. And so there was like armed troopers that were on the roof, and they opened fire.
And they injured some of them, but not enough, obviously. But, like, they injured 50 of them. 4 of them were killed. And then there was one inmate who actually attempted suicide. I don't know why. Maybe because he thought he'd get killed anyway, so he just decided he'd do it himself. I don't really know. But they call it, like, one of the bloodiest prison riots ever. I don't know how. I mean, there was only, I mean, really, if you think about it, with all those hundreds and hundreds of them, they only had 50 people that were injured, and 4 died with all that. And it took them forever, because, like, it started at, like, 6:30 at night on, like, a Tuesday, and it was after, like, 12 o'clock in the afternoon before they even got things settled down. And they didn't let the prisoners out to eat or nothing.
I think we took
They
a
didn't feed them
picture
or nothing.
of the riot that they
we
were talking about.
I think probably did. I took pictures of several things. I took pictures of the, like the little, I had the hiccups, of the little board with the gas chamber, and they talked about, Bonnie and Carl.
The husband and wife.
That murdered a little child. They kidnapped him and then murdered him. And so they were both put into the gas chamber, and they went to get...
They were the shortest lived in death row.
Yeah. Like, what, from, like, the start time they were arrested to everything, it was, like, 60 days or some crazy thing.
63 days they were executed.
Yep.
Together.
I don't know about that, Darren. He said, is this the prison where they put people under the concrete with a disease? That I don't know.
Never heard that one.
That one I have not heard of, but Cynthia said, see, I threatened to get a Ouija board and it fixed itself. Whoop whoop! Cynthia to the rescue. It's those inner demons in me. But yeah, I mean, this place was massive. There was several buildings. Some of them we could not go into because they were not stable enough.
There was big giant holes where you could fall through. They weren't kept up. These were the only... We went into 1, 2 of the buildings we could go into. And then we went down to the chairs. That's all we could go into. The rest was...
Yep.
And there was such a line. I wanted to go see. They had opened up underground jail cells.
Oh, yeah.
From way back when they built the place.
Yep.
But you couldn't get back there because there were so many people, so I didn't get to see them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's way... I mean, the people that put it on, Ghost Hunt Tours or whatever they're called, they did a great job.
Yeah, they did an excellent job explaining everything, explaining the equipment, and leading you through the investigation and everything. It was the people that wouldn't listen.
Yep.
How many times do you have to tell people to turn your flashlights off?
Yep.
And we sat there out front after everybody got in and got their wristbands. They sat there for a half hour explaining all the rules. And no one could follow them.
Nope, no one could. Like, I mean...
No vaping in any area. You had to go out where we're smoking cigarettes. Out the door.
Yep.
And they were still vaping when the lights went out.
Because I was like, I made the comment that I'm like, oh, it smells like glazed donuts in here. And people were like, I don't, like, the girl next to me was like, I don't smell it. And Kim had later noticed that the couple that was in there with us, that's kind of what their vape smelled like. So they had to have been doing it in there or something. She had some weird energy on her, let me tell you.
What was your favorite part of the prison? My favorite part, well, I thought it was going to be general lockup.
Yeah.
Because we first walk in, Alison gets a hit. There's a man standing over in the corner looking at her.
Mm-hmm.
I go, oh, good, we're going to have a good night. He disappeared. It went downhill after that. But I thought the death chambers,
oh, yeah.
the chairs were exciting, but I didn't get to sit in them.
Yeah, we didn't get in there. I mean, we got to sit on the bleachers and we watched people in there because there was one girl in our group. My God, if I could have, I would have fucking beat her. Bloody.
I had to keep pinching Allison and say, bite your lip.
I was about ready to go batshit crazy on a couple people in there. She was one of them because, like, at the very beginning, okay, we go into general population. We start the human pendulum and she's like, oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. And she's acting like this hot shit, whatever. She was probably 20. And, you know, she starts, you know, doing whatever he tells her to do. But then the guy next to me fucking drops to the ground and passes out. Like, literally, you hear this big thud. And you turn around and this guy is on the ground. And you're like, are you okay? Are you okay? And he starts to stand back. He's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then he just drops again. Like, and then he's like sweating.
If they wouldn't have caught him, he would have went face first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It was freaky. But she was like, you know, all. And then she kept saying that the Phasma box was saying all this shit. And it's like, it did not say that. You are fucking full of shit. Like, there is no way it said that. She just was making up stuff. Finally, they just started ignoring her because she was like that in the when we went down to the gas chamber. She had to be the last one to sit in it by herself and do like an EVP session and whatever. And she asked some questions and then when there was a man and a woman that went in before her, they were asking questions and she's like, oh my gosh, that EVP said that I don't believe in Jesus or God or something like that. It's like, it literally went, bleh. And she's like, it said, I don't believe in God. I was like, you're fucking nuts. It did not say that at all. It did not say shit. The only thing I heard out of that whole thing was it said help. The rest of it, you could not make it out. So therefore, it did not say anything else. That's my opinion. And they can think what they want, but that lady was blowing shit out her ass. Like, she was nuts. And then there was this other group of girls that were sitting there whispering the whole fucking time and giggling. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to come in there and I'm going to fucking knock your head against that.
I told you, she got riled up. I had to keep pinching her and putting her in her corner.
I don't know what her name was, but she was annoying. Like, oh my Lanta. I should have taken a picture of her. She thought she's
the one that almost stepped on my equipment, and my equipment was in the jail cell, and we were sitting across the hall. All she had to do was walk in front of us, and she almost stepped on my REM pod, and it was in the cell.
Hey, Nico. Glad you made it. Yeah, oh man, I was gonna whoop up on some people, and then there was this. I was so glad we were not in this with this. I call him a boy. I don't know really how old they were, but there's two of them. One of them was really annoying. Like, he would not shut up. Like, he thought he was the coolest shit. Because they must have been there the night before, is what I was taking from everything they were talking about. Because then they were acting like the one was acting like he was all buddy with, like, the people that were putting on the vent. And he's like, oh, you left me hanging and stuff. And they're like, okay, whatever. And he just kept talking and talking. And finally his friend's like, you don't have to make a comment every time they say something. He's like, I know. But he kept doing it. I'm like, thank God we were not in their group. Because
no, he was in group purple, I think.
Lord knows what I would have done then. He would have ended up in that fucking gas chamber.
Yeah, I couldn't have held her back on that one.
Gosh, dang. I was livid. Like, I mean, some people just don't have the respect. I mean, I think I think it might be okay to go in a smaller group. You might get the heebie-jeebies and all that. I didn't really feel any of that, even in death row. You know what I felt in death row? I actually felt peace. Like, I felt at peace with myself in there. One girl started just bawling her eyes out, and she comes out, I'm like, I feel all this stuff. And she came over to me, and then, of course, I felt all of that, and I'm like, oh, I have to move away from you. That's the same one that was vaping in the other area. But, like, her energy was, like, making me want to vomit. I could not be anywhere near her.
And I felt like my hair got pulled in death row.
Yeah, you felt
but
like...
other than that, Nothing.
And that whole thing with the dog and all that, I'm going to put it out there. I don't believe in that shit. I mean, maybe he saw something, but it doesn't mean it's a demon. You can see something. You can see a family member or a lost, a pet that had passed away when you're coming near to your death. Doesn't mean it's a fucking demon coming to take you away. My opinion. Like, people
But
that
they
are...
had the believing there was a demon down in G cell.
Yeah, and that same chick was like, I'm going to go down there and be like, oh, and I'm like, you do that then. You do that. I hope you get what you deserve. I don't know what happened to her. Hopefully karma hit her. I don't know, but... Yeah, I did. I actually felt death in Peace Row. I mean, it's
you felt peace in Death Row?
I felt peace in Death Row. Like, I felt a sensation of calmness. Like, it came over me like, okay, it must have been somebody that was in there that knew they had done wrong and was okay with it, and they knew that this was something that was going to happen to them. And there was nothing they could do about it. Like, they felt at peace with it. They were, that's how I felt. Like, I didn't feel scared. I didn't feel whatever. I didn't feel nothing in 3D. I didn't, with all the crazies and stuff. I didn't feel anything down there. Nothing. Like, I could see, which was weird, though. Because, okay, in Death Row, when we were standing there, like, the bars. Okay, you know how, like, a camera, how, like, the lenses will, like, zoom in and out, when you're taking a picture or whatever, that's what was happening to the bars on there. Like, they would come in and out, like, almost like they were, like, wavy, like, there was, like you were going to be able to go through some kind of warp thing or something. It was really weird. Like, I saw one area, and I kept seeing, like, this shadow thing right there, but I didn't feel threatened or anything.
Well, even down in whatever they call it, where the mental was.
Oh, yeah.
Their equipment was going off, and I kept going, do you feel anything down here? And you said nothing. But their equipment was going off, but you weren't seeing nothing? You weren't feeling nothing?
Mm-mm. And so I really couldn't honestly I didn't really think it was, I mean, it could have been paranormal, but I honestly don't know, because there were so many people moving around. Who's to say it wasn't casting somebody's shadow or they were walking by it or whatever?
Because none of them, if somebody made a noise or anything, you're supposed to fess up to it.
Yep.
And nobody fessed up to nothing.
Mm-mm.
The girl beside me was making lots of noise in Death Row, and she wouldn't say a thing.
Yeah. Cynthia's doing, let's do the time warp again. Woo!
But
I'm all jacked up on wine.
But I was disappointed in the place, but I wasn't disappointed. At least I got to be there and look at the place. And
yeah, it's an amazing place. Like, I wish we could have taken more pictures.
Yeah.
But there was too many people, and they kept walking in front of you. There was a couple of them that would say, oh, sorry, excuse me, or they'd wait. But most of them just walk right through when you're trying to take pictures. They didn't give two shits what you were doing.
And I took both EMF detectors around, and we had straight zeros all the way through every building. There was no EMF in any of the buildings. The K2 would not go off. Nothing would go off.
Yep, man.
And I even set my music, or set some equipment, same place they had theirs, and nothing.
Yep. So maybe we can ask Cynthia, since she's in chat. How does the human pendulum actually work? We got some people up in here. Hey, show yourself. I see all these people's up in our thing, and I don't know who you are.
Come on into chat.
Yeah, come into chat. We don't bite too hard. I see I up there, and I believe Allie, but I don't know who the other person is in a blue dress or something.
I can't. I don't have them up there.
I need glasses. That's all I'm going to say. I need to get new glasses. But,
let's see if I can.
I don't know if she's answering yes yet or not. But if you know how to do that, how that works, because I know they had us all swaying. Like, I felt like Nell and stuff and haying in the wind, just haying in the
It kind of made me kind of seasick, basically.
Yeah, you can really feel the energy going with everybody in unison and stuff. Hey, there's I right there! Woo! Awesome! Okay, question. What would be your first experiment if you could get the place to yourself? Ooh, that would be, I think, a good place for the SLS, like you said.
Yeah, they have never, this group has never ran an SLS in that place.
Yep.
And I think it would be a good place to run it in the women's ward because I couldn't tell if it was the lights from outside, but I kept seeing it like a shadow up on the 3rd floor. But I couldn't say it was because with the lights shining in from outside too, so.
Yeah.
I think the SLS would be a good one to do in there. And what other experiments have I tried? I'd try everything.
Ooh, you could take those keychains you got, the prison keys, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna open up their cells or whatever, or anything.
Yeah. Just find some old keys, you know.
Right.
Old style keys and put them on a big ring and like sway them back and forth.
Yep.
And stuff like that. And down in the death chambers and.
Yeah.
Or in the chairs, try something.
Messing. Darren says you're a redhead. Yes, I am. Damn straight, I am a redhead.
Yes, she is.
I am stubborn.
I just wish she'd punch me in my mouth and make this side swollen too.
Yeah, poor Kim's got a bad toothache and she's all swollen, and I've been trying to help her out with that, but I would pull your tooth out.
Go for it. I'll get you the pair of pliers.
I'll get some numbing jelly. We'll kind of just rub that around there. It'll take a little bit of the sting out.
It feels like I got 2 golf balls in the side of my mouth.
That's kind of what I thought, Cynthia. So Cynthia said the human pendulum is not reliable because you can't trust that others aren't messing with the flow, which I can totally see that.
I can see that.
Yep. I am feisty. I am very feisty.
I can see that.
Yeah, I can too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe if we went with a group of 10, it would be fun because I would really like to go back down to the gas chamber.
Even 12, because the place is big enough. You got the women's ward in a different building.
Right.
You got the other 3 spots in one building, and then you got the death chambers completely on the other side of the yard.
You gotta walk down these broken-ass stairs.
You could probably even get away with 20 people and not interfere with any of the investigation. But when you have over 100 people, that's way too much.
Yeah, and we did a lot of standing around. Well, we kind of got our first session cut short because of the guy passing out so many times.
Yeah.
And we kind of just wandered around, and then we listened to the Phasma box, and then you had the crazy lady saying it was saying all this shit when it wasn't. Not even close to what she was saying.
She was hearing what she wanted to hear off of it.
But the crazy thing is, though, is that I was feeling something in number 57, and I walked into that one prior to us doing that.
That was just before. That was after you saw the guy, and then you went in 57.
Yep.
And you felt something in there. And we were going to go back when we had some time.
Right.
And when we went back, it was totally different.
But that number did come up on the Phasma box, because we asked which cell are you in, and it said 57.
Yeah.
So that was kind of crazy.
We did hear that part. Well, good thing we didn't go through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd like to get back down there, but with a smaller group. It's 100 people.
Cynthia says it opens up people too much so you don't know what you're calling in. Exactly.
Yeah, and that would have opened Allison up too much, and I would have had to speed dial Cynthia.
Cynthia, how fast can you get to Missouri? Nico says he doesn't like big groups of 4 tops. Yeah, I don't like huge groups either. I like to keep things small.
It depends on the size of the building, how many. Usually it's 4 or 5 of us, the most of our groups. But if it was a big building like that, like I said, you could get away with 20 people helping out with the cost because it is expensive.
Right. Yes.
And like I said, you got 3 different buildings. You can split up so many into a group, and you wouldn't contaminate each other.
Nico's like, call it all in. That's what you're there for. Then it might be a bloody ass massacre because who knows what the hell I'd end up doing. I get in that state of mind and I don't even know. Kim said I wanted to kill her a couple times, so.
Yeah, I don't like that look she gives me when she's in that state.
Cynthia said, sorry, my teleportation machine is in the shop. Oh gosh, Cynthia, I can't wait for us to get back together.
We are. Me and Cynthia are.
I know.
28.
You suck. Donkey balls. Bad.
I'm sorry you couldn't go.
I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this person, I don't know who you are. Person in the blue dress. Person in the blue dress. I see you. Hello. I think the other one might be Allie. It's a black blob.
Yeah, I think that one's Allie.
So, hello to you. I'm calling you out because, I've had a couple glasses of wine, so I'm feeling pretty good. Actually, this wine isn't too, it's not too strong. Like, the one I opened up yesterday, which I left at my mother's house and I didn't want to run over there in the rain, was actually aged in a bourbon barrel, so it has that little bit of flavor of a bourbon. It's actually kind of woo at first, but it's like, damn, that's some good stuff. I didn't want to run over there to get that, so I opened up this other stuff because I got it at the Nana's last Friday. Because work said we were going there for a meeting, which actually we got to shop most of the day, drink at the brewery, and we had lunch. That was our meeting. And then after that, we got to shop some more because they gave us money to shop. So that was nice. That was really awesome to do that. I haven't been to the Amana since I was little, probably with Kim's mom. We went to the family breakfast. That's the last time I've been.
I know,
me and Katie and Holly.
Me and you were going to take the girls, and we just haven't made it over there.
I know. I think they would like it. They'd really enjoy it. One girl that I worked with actually came home with 2 free kittens. It's like, go to a work event, and you come home with free kittens. I probably did say balls. I say balls a lot. And it's usually like, I'm hot as balls, or sweaty balls, or something to that effect. Did I, Cynthia? Cynthia said I gave her that look at the women's club. I don't know, because when I get into one of those phases, I don't know what's going on. I've actually have felt those coming on more frequently. Just out of the blue. Sometimes even when I'm driving. I don't know why, but it does happen. Anybody have any questions for us? Want to know anything else? Oh, on the way down there, I saw armadillos. I love freaking armadillos, okay? And I did not know they were in Missouri, but I saw some. They were dead, but I saw them. If we were to see any more, we were going to pull over and I was going to take a picture of them, but I didn't see any more. Then, of course, we were watching out for the Amish. We saw several of those. One of them was parked at the Dollar General, which was pretty cool. I don't know what the look is. That's why I'd like somebody just to record me when I go into one of those so I kind of know what I look like, what's happening. Because I just go off of what everybody tells me. I don't even know how it happens. So, but yeah. Overall, it was a pretty cool place. I loved it. I loved the structures, the buildings. They were amazing. Everything inside of them. I would have probably went upstairs in some of those areas I did not go up in that we could have. Was it the women's ward? Or no, it was the general population that had more levels, or was it the women's ward?
Women's ward had 4 floors.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, so that brings me to another thing. there was a gal that was standing in front of us, and she was there with her mother. Okay, her mother was probably, late 60s, early 70s?
Something like that.
Something like that. And then I think the other one was her daughter or something. And she's like, this woman had a flippin' cane, and it says right there not to come if you have these kind of issues because there's stairs, right? She asked her mother flippin' Alexa how many stairs are in the Missouri State Penn, and it told her 18 stairs. Who is going to believe that there's only 18 steps, not flights, steps, in a flippin' prison? Who's going to... What?
She said she should have brought her walker. She only brought her cane.
Yeah, she only brought her cane. So, like, the women's ward, you had to walk up this metal, it was like a metal cage-like thing of stairs. There was no way in hell she was going to get up that. So she had to sit down at the thing. I don't know if there's any haunted Amish areas. There could be.
They wouldn't let you investigate.
Yeah, they wouldn't let you investigate. We did see a really cool cemetery when we were there. These stones and everything were amazing. You know what? On the way back,
we couldn't find it.
We couldn't find it.
We went the same road.
We went the same route, everything, and we could not find it. It's like, what the hell? We could not have been imagining that because, they had some really tall ones. They were old.
We were going to go in and take some pictures of them.
Right, yeah.
And we could not find them.
Mm-hmm. No, we couldn't. It would be interesting if they did, but we did have one of the Amish guys wave at us in his buggy.
Yeah.
He was the only one, but he did.
They are friendly when they...
Mm-hmm. Yep, he did wave at us. He was with this little kid. He waved. It's like, aw. Yeah, it was probably a vanishing cemetery. That's what I told Kim. I was like, was it a figment of our imagination or what? I was so tired on the way home from driving. When we got into town, I literally jumped because I thought there was a car coming at me.
I told her she should have let me drive, but she wouldn't let me drive. I was wide awake.
Shit, I don't know why I was so tired. I was just out of it.
And we left the thing early.
We left at 3:30, because it just was dead. There was nothing. You could probably hear a cricket fart. The
people didn't leave.
There was only a couple people that left, but most of them were sticking around. But it's you were getting blinded by their damn flashlights. They don't know how to turn a flipping flashlight off. It's here's me who goes around a place and I don't even use a flashlight.
I got blinded by the light.
Yeah, Kim was sitting down on the floor, and this chick turned on a damn flashlight right in her eyes. I'm like, seriously? They talked to you about that. And they had to tell them several times in the women's ward, once you are situated, you need to turn off your light. They just kept walking around. You need to stop where you're at and turn off your light. They asked them several times, and they just kept flipping doing it. So we couldn't listen for anything or do nothing. It was pointless.
Because all you hear of them is walking around.
Exactly. And screaming. It's there was nothing in there to scream about. Sorry.
Maybe their own shadow.
Cynthia said her dog is using her for a pillow. That's so sweet.
But there was one good thing about the pen. One of the officers was very cute, but the rest you could take them.
It wasn't the one that came in for the guy, the older guy. Is that the one you thought it was? The silver fox?
No. This was a younger guy.
There was a younger one.
Yeah, there was a younger one. He came up from down below.
Oh.
He was down by the death chairs with them watching that area, and then he walked up, and I'm going, oh.
I didn't see him. You should have said, Allison!
You were so far ahead of me, I couldn't. But yeah, you missed him.
Allison, turn around. You should have said, what? Say you fell, and I would have turned around. But
that was the only one I saw halfway decent looking, The others...
Oh, gosh. There was one guy there. He was really freaking creeping me out. I'd see him walking around. He had, the look of a freaking serial killer, okay? And then, like, he was just sitting on the bench by himself when we came out. When you and I went to go sit on the bench, he was sitting there by himself, and he had his legs all crossed, and he was, like, writing shit down, but he was all by himself. And I just saw him wandering around. I never saw him in an actual fucking group. I don't know what he was doing. Like, he creeped me out. I don't know. There was some heebie-jeebie vibes about him. I'm like, Matt goes, beefcake alert. I would have acted like I was possessed or something. Passed out, needed mouth to mouth.
I know, but then they'd have to call the ambulance, and you couldn't afford it because you were going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, if they had to call an ambulance for you, they were not reliable for that. You had to pay for it. So I'm wondering if that one guy had to pay for that, even though he didn't get taken away in it, just for them coming out there. I bet he had to pay for that.
I bet he got.
Because I saw him filling out stuff, so he probably had to put out his insurance information and shit.
Everything, because he was going to pay for that call.
No lice. What? Who has lice? What? Am I missing something?
I missed something too. I see lives.
I see lives. Oh, no, need more lice. Oh, and then lives. Jeez, Darren, you're typing like me. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, it was interesting. I'd probably go back, but, you know, with a smaller group, see if there's anything. I've heard, you know, mixed things about that. They say it's, like, really supposed to be haunted and scary and stuff. I don't feel that. And, you know,
I didn't feel nothing.
But, I mean, you know, every day's different. And if they had a big group there the night before, like they said they did,
they probably went and hid.
Yeah, they're probably like, screw that. I ain't dealing with that. I'm no freaking circus clown, you know? So, and I understand that. So, I mean, you might get something with a smaller group, especially when you're more respectful than some of those people, dillholes that were there.
They were not respectful.
No, they were not.
Even if it is a prison, you still have to be respectful towards them.
Exactly. Like, hello. Anywho.
Whatever they did. That's the past. You gotta...
Yep. Exactly. You gotta move on with that shit.
Yes, you're curious on what they did, but...
Right. Exactly. And just like the guy said in the first one when we were doing the pendulum thing, it's like, you don't have to sit there and ask them about, you know, being in prison and stuff. You can ask them about other things in life, like, you know, what they wanted to be or what they did for a living or things like that, you know, and people are like, how long have you been in prison? Did you rape somebody? It's like, what the hell? Come on. Seriously.
Did you murder somebody?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Gosh, dang. Son of a biscuit eater.
Yeah, she's all wound up yet.
Yeah, I'm all wound up. I'm just going to be like, but anywho.
But yeah, it was cool to be in there.
Yes.
And like I said, the people that were doing it was very... They explained everything. They explained all their equipment, everything, how it worked, and stuff like that. They went through that with you and everything, but they just didn't have crowd control.
No, they didn't.
They didn't have the crowd controlled.
No. Because I don't even know if people even stayed in their groups or anything. And kind of after that last break, they didn't really say it was free roam yet. But they didn't really tell us it wasn't. And people were just, as soon as they split up, they were just going wherever the hell they wanted.
Yeah. And at the end, when you had free roam, if you didn't have your own equipment, they had you give them your license, and you could take their equipment. So if you took their equipment and broke it, you're going to be paying for it because they've got your name. So you couldn't take anything without leaving your license.
Yep, because it's like their own personal equipment.
Yeah.
So, which was kind of a nice thing that they had that.
Yeah,
so people
for people
could,
to use them. But I brought my own in.
Yep. But anyways, if anybody else have any questions about Missouri State Penn? Anybody? Bueller?
I have a question for Shay.
Okay, what's the question for Shay?
Yeah, I was watching TV last night with my toothache, and the new Roundup commercial came on.
Oh,
and I
shit.
thought of Shay. Because he picks up a Frisbee
Yeah.
with an alien on it. And he goes, there is a lot of evidence about aliens. And then he goes, and then Ghost. There ain't a lot of data on Ghost.
Oh, yeah, I
And
do
go,
remember that commercial.
I wondered if Shay wrote it because it's talking about data.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that commercial. I've actually seen that, and I thought about Shay, too, yeah.
About the data part.
The tours, you know, I don't know. They have different ones. You can do daytime, whatever. We did the overnight thing. For the both of us to go, it was like $278 for the two of us to go from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m.
And then we didn't even stay.
Because it was boring. So, yeah. But anywho, Shane wants to know where we're going next. So, the next place we're going, drum roll. Cambry House. That's right. Yes. It'll be our first time. We're going to get our cherries popped there. Okay? Because, yeah, that's our first time. I mean, Kim walked down there, but she hasn't investigated it yet. You haven't really actually been down there, have you? To the Cambry.
I've never been to the Cambry. We didn't go across the river where Cambry is.
Okay, gotcha.
We went, the Southern Gypsies and all them were across the river.
Okay.
In Fort Madison. We hadn't made it over there to Cambry yet. But the next one we need to help promote.
Yes. Nico says that place is great. Well, we're excited to go because we were supposed to go last year and then COVID hit and nobody could go. So we're going June 5th. So make sure you guys check it out. Probably go live, do some live streaming there. Also, if you haven't, I'm going to plug this real quick. If you haven't already, we have a new page that's REP Paranormal and Friends. That's where we're posting most of our information about our podcast. So our banners for who's coming up and what we're going to be discussing.
And the investigations me and Alison just do.
Yep, and the investigations that just Kim and I do. So that's going to be for that. The REP Paranormal Busted one is pretty much for our own group whenever we do that, which June 5th we will be doing that, so I apologize. But anyways, we're going to be going with them on that day, so we'll probably have some live feeds on Kim's page and probably the REP page as well, so check those out. Can't wait for that. June 12th, we are going to Sumner School. Okay? Finally! We were supposed to be co-hosts of the Halloween event there last year, and of course, derecho, COVID, all that hit. They had to get a new roof, and the inspector was taking his sweet-ass time getting there. Finally, going to be up and running. Starting in June, they're going to be taking investigations, okay? I have seen some stuff. Jim has sent me stuff, okay, from last year, year before, whatever, okay, because he has, investigated this place.
Because he had to investigate it to see if they were going to let paranormal people in.
Yes.
And this is what he caught, and this is what they...
Yes, and I'm telling you, they got some excellent stuff. So, if you want to book this place, I suggest you do it because I've been promoting the shit out of it. So, get a hold of Jim Beck. You can get him on Facebook, Twitter, I think Instagram, whatever. Okay, I'm sure he's on all the platforms. Can't miss him. Little bald guy with a big long beard. Okay, looks like he has resting bitch face, but he's sweet as a teddy bear. Okay, so make sure you look him up and you find out all the details and get your ass into Sumner School.
It's only $200.
It's only $200 for 6 people. You can't beat that. And you don't have to pay right now. You don't have to put a deposit down. It's pay at the door when you get there, which is another awesome thing. So make sure you guys check him out. Ask him about all the details. I'm telling you, the stuff that he sent me was I was like, okay, when can we get in there? And then, of course, we were supposed to do the event with him. Hopefully he has another event because we'd love to co-host with him. So, because, we've been to so many events at other places and we've never been asked. He's the only one who's asked us to do it. So, be awesome to do. So, make sure you check out Sumner School. Okay? You got to check it out. I'm stoked for that. Then, after that, July, I think, is our next one.
For you guys. Mine's June 28th with Kelly and Cynthia at Waverly. We go there.
Yeah.
And then we don't.
Which sucks because I really want to go. I won't be able to see Kelly.
Then
Cynthia.
we don't have another one till July 31st. Is
right.
Edinburgh?
Yes, we're going to Edinburgh, which, hell yeah, you know. Rebecca says she can't wait to see us. We can't wait to see you either. We have not seen you since the event, and we're really ready to get there and just have an awesome time at Camp Reed. And don't worry, we'll promote. So, you know, that's how we are. Like, we like to promote the places that we go to. So, we had a hell of a time. Like, we had a good time at Granger, actually.
Yeah, it was
With April?
With April and them, yeah, we had some good stuff that happened. And
oh my gosh, yeah, if you guys have not checked out that video with the freaking mannequin, what's us with dolls and mannequins? I don't even know. Like, what? Okay.
I just can't figure out the K2 going off
right
nowhere in that room but around her head.
Exactly.
What is in her head that would cause the K2 to go off? Nico, you've been there.
Yeah. Yeah, you've been there. What would make... Okay, there was only 2 of the dolls, 2 of the mannequins in there that it went off on their heads. The rest of them, nothing.
Nothing off the boys or the mom and dad. It was the 2 girls just around
the crazy
her
ass
head.
looking one with the long eyelashes on the bed that, you know, made the ball go. Ba-donk-a-donk.
But I just couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get the K2 or the EMF meters to go off anywhere else but around their head. I even set it on her head and it would go to orange.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know what that was.
I don't either. I don't know. It was crazy. And then, you know, we got on the Ovilus. It said peace. So I go, oh. Or no, it said wish. It said wish. I was like, oh, what do you wish for? And then I heard somebody say peace, so I asked. I'm like, who said peace? Like, who whispered peace? I was like, all right, I didn't say it. Next thing you know, that freaking ball's lighting up and it comes flying off the damn doll. Mannequin, whatever it is. It's like, what the hell?
It had been sitting there for an hour. And we
it had been sitting there for an hour. Jennifer was all over that thing with the K2, you know, walking by it, everything, never moved.
We bumped it and never moved.
Never moved. And then once she steps away and I hear that and I ask the question, there it goes. Can't explain it. I just can't explain it. We tried, again, numerous times that night to get it to go. Nothing.
Nothing. It wouldn't
Kim
move off.
jumped up and down around it and everything. Just
I
would
hit
not
the
go.
bed thinking maybe we did bump it so it wouldn't fall.
Nico says, next time you guys set it up, we should all go. Deal. Let's
Works
do it.
for us.
We'll work on it again. We'll show you. We'll put that shit. Just like we proved that at Malvern with that ball. Okay, we know there's a slant in the floor. But there's no way in hell that it's going to go underneath the dresser, around toys, and it's going to go around an open door.
Back to Alison.
Back to me. We tried it numerous times. Didn't work.
We cannot get it to work again.
We can't get it to work again. And what happened? The frickin' doll went flying and shattered its legs. So now it can't run after us because...
But I just can't figure the ball out because we've thrown it in the same position because I've looked at the video, set everything up the way it was, and did the same thing, and we cannot get it to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to get that ball to do the same thing.
Yep.
Because if I can debunk it, I'll debunk it, but I can't debunk it. I can't understand how it could go around toys in the door and come straight back to you because we told it to.
Yep. I can't explain that either. Matt goes to scream her around the world. Well, that's kind of true because the gals that were putting on this ghost hunt thing, like that group, they have actually seen that video because Josh showed it to them when they did a event there.
They
knew about it.
They knew about the doll, and they say Josh shows everybody that video.
Yep.
And the doll.
Yeah. So everybody's heard my scream. They just don't know who did it.
He's always got to make sure he shows them the doll and shows them the video.
Thank you, Cynthia, for joining us. We love you. But anyways, so like I said, make sure you guys check out Sumner School. Go check it out. Get your date booked before it fills up because otherwise you're going to regret it. I know it's going to be a good time. What else we got? So we got Edinburgh, which was going to be interesting because last time we were there was some messed up stuff happening there.
Melbourne in August.
Melbourne in August for a two-nighter.
Two-nighters.
For a two-nighter.
And then we go back. Then we got Randolph in October.
Uh-huh.
And then...
we got some other stuff that's kind of hazy, depending on what it is that we've been invited to.
And then we go back to Melbourne in November or something.
Yes. And Cynthia, when are you going to have Bango? When are you going to do that? Because I want to put that in the book so I don't book anything else. You need to hit us up on that ASAP. Because that was a blast.
Just message me whenever you get it figured out so we don't book something else.
Yeah, just message Kim ASAP.
Because we definitely want to come to that.
Oh, yeah, we do. So, yeah. Trying to get my very last sip of wine out of here.
But to do Ghost Hunt USA,
yeah,
I would suggest, if that's the only way you're going to get into some of these places, go for it. But you're not going to really pick up much, probably,
because you really can't. You can't videotape. You can't do live feeds when you're on those things. So if you want to do that stuff, I would just say get a group, go yourself. They do have a tour where you get to do like photography, like you can go in and take pictures. It's a tour where you can go in and do all that stuff. Mm-hmm. So if you're wanting to do that, then that might be a possibility for you. I'm not missing no damn drop. Nope. 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 You know what I tried at the Amanda's? Because, it was on my boss's. I could have sat there, like if we would have got there earlier, I could have sat there and drank all day. And then at the end, when he was like yelling at us out the door, "You gonna come join me?" I probably would have went, but the girls would probably been like, eh. So whatever, I would have went. But I tried. It was called a raspberry latte, okay? And it was actually a stout beer. And the lady was trying to talk me out of it. I'm like, you know what? My boss is paying for this. I'm gonna go ahead and take it. Holy shit, that was the strongest beer I've ever had. I mean, it was really dark, really frothy. Didn't really taste much raspberry, but I could taste like a chocolate in the coffee that was in it because they used coffee beans in it. But you know what? I drank every last bit of it. The other girls, oh, we're going to get watermelon or we're going to get peach fuzz. Okay, drink that beer like that. They took 2 sips. It's just, I can't. Seriously? Grow a set of balls and drink it. They wasted it. Like, seriously. I would have drank it. But, yep, nope, I am. But this last little...
it just don't want to come out.
It just doesn't want to come out. I think it's gone. I think this, like, it looks empty and then all of a sudden a little bit more reappears. I must have a magic glass. So I'd like to thank... Okay, so before we wrap things up, I just want to give shout outs to everybody who was in chat. We had Shay, we had Nico, we had Matt, we had Darren, we had Cynthia, we had Rebecca. We had I pop in there for a little bit. So thank you, everybody. We had Mama Deb.
Yeah, Mama
Deb. Yep.
She popped in for a little bit.
Yep. So thank you, everybody who was in chat. Thank you for everybody who was not in chat but listening. We appreciate each and every one of you. So next week, though, you're going to want to get in chat. And also, if you want to get really interactive with us, you need to send your Skype information to Kim. Send your Skype information to Kim. Because next Thursday, we're going to have Joe Diamond on. He is the greatest mind reader, supposedly, okay? So I had the opportunity. He sent me a link to one of his virtual shows, okay? He gave me a free pass to one of his shows. So we did some interactions, and I would say he was pretty damn good. So make sure if you want him to do some crazy-ass magic mind reading shit with you, make sure you send your Skype information to Kim, okay?
Through Messenger.
So that way we can pull you up because he has to be able to see you, okay? So you'll have to be on camera. Doesn't have to be the whole show, but just for a little blip so he can do what he needs to do, okay? It's going to be flipping awesome. You guys don't want to miss it. So make sure you tune in next Thursday, 8, 7 Central with Joe Diamond. Okay? go check him out. He's on all the social media platforms. He runs some virtual shows. I know he's going to take a little break from that. He's got some shows that he's doing. I think it's in Illinois. I believe that's where he's stationed at. Like, he does some shows there. He sends me things from time to time to let me know. But we've got some awesome shows lined up. They're kind of patchy right now in June just because my daughter's playing 8th grade and JV softball. So it's like I never know where I'm going to be. But June 3rd, your very own Matt is going to be on. Matt Waddell. So you guys better tune in because guess what? I've been looking up that string theory. Mm-hmm.
You know your toes, Matt.
You know it. I've been looking it up. So
be on your toes, Matt.
Be on your toes. So he's going to be on. And then June 24th, we have this gal called Allura Kintalenton. I'm not sure if I'm saying her last name right, but she is a Vedic astrology researcher and she's a paranormal researcher as well. And she does a lot of things. She does all these charts and everything. So she's going to do a chart on me. So we're going to see how that turns out. So make sure you tune in for that one as well. There's going to be some more upcoming guests that we have in the works. But like I said, right now it's just kind of play it by ear right now with my daughter's games and stuff like that. Because her middle school games are at 11 o'clock during the day, during the week. It's like, I can't go to that. I can't miss work for that. So guess what? Grandpa gets to take her. So he's going to take her to and from her games. So for that. But for JV ones, I'd like to watch her do that because she's going to be pitching and stuff. So I'd like to see her play on JV. So, but anywho, Darren's going to have his 101 questions.
There you go.
Matt says, glad someone has. Hey, I don't miss a thing, okay? When you put some crazy ass thing in there, I may have been drinking that night, but I still remember it. So I was reading up on it, okay? And I'm pretty sure it was on an episode of Big Bang Theory. So, anywho, peace out, everybody. We'll see you next week. Like I said, with Joe Diamond, Greatest Mind Reader. So, like I said, message your information, your Skype information to Kim so we can put you on so he can blow your mind.
my Facebook name is Kim Addie Purvis, so if you message me under that, you'll get me.
Yes, Kim Addie Purvis. So, like I said, thank you everybody for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you, and can't wait to talk to you next week. Like I said, also make sure if you haven't already, go check out our REP Paranormal and Friends page. It's a new page that we put up. That is gonna put all our podcast banners on there so you can know all the updates and who's gonna be guests on our shows on that page. And also kind of mine and Kim's adventures. Okay, so we'll do some live feeds here and there on that. So make sure you stay tuned to that. If you have friends that might be interested, go ahead and send them an invite to our page. Okay. All right. Love y'all. Peace out. Thank you, Allie. I see you.
I still don't know who's in the...
Thank you for listening to REP Paranormal and Friends. Be sure to check out Kim and Alison on Facebook at REP Paranormal Busters.